The first indication of impending disaster came at about 6 p.m. with an ominous silence. Now, one one sign they got of impending disaster, as if disaster was looming over them, or you can say waiting, approaching towards them, came at about 6 p.m. with an ominous silence. The wind was not blowing, there was no screaming of the wind, no sound of the waves, like as if very, very silent, as if it was ominous, was an indication, an omen of something disastrous which was about to happen, something inauspicious or threatening or evil. The wind dropped and the sky immediately grew dark. Wind was not blowing. It dropped. That means it was blowing very slowly, or maybe it was just still. And the sky immediately grew dark. Then came a growing roar, that sound, long, prolonged sound, and an enormous cloud towered aft of the ship. Aft is behind. It means behind or the back of the ship. So, an enormous cloud towered aft of the ship. From the backside of the ship, a very huge cloud was towering up. Okay? With horror, I realized that it was not a cloud. In a moment, he realized that it was not a cloud, but a wave. So it was that big. He felt as if an enormous cloud was towering aft of the ship, but it was not cloud. What was it? It was a wave, like no other wave I had ever seen. It was a huge, gigantic wave. It appeared perfectly vertical, straight, and almost twice the height of the other waves. The other waves were already very high. Now this wave was particularly twice the height of the other waves. It was that huge. That was why he felt as if a cloud was towering upon the ship. With a frightful breaking crest, he could see the topmost part of the wave going up and then breaking from the crest. From the topmost part, it is curling down, falling downwards. So, breaking crest. With a fearful breaking crest. It was fearful. It was breaking upon the ship. The roar increased to a thunder as the stern moved up the face of the wave. And for a moment, I thought we might ride over it. Now, the roar, the sound of the wave increased into a thunder, almost like a thunder. It was as loud as a thunder. As the stern moved up, the back side of the ship, the rearmost part of the ship, started to move up with the wave. And he thought for a moment, I thought we might ride over it. He thought that the ship might ride over the wave. It was going like this, and then he thought that it might ride over the wave. But the wave was so huge, before it could ride over it, what happened? The wave broke over the ship. But then a tremendous explosion shook the deck. And that breaking of the wave onto the ship was like a tremendous, huge explosion. It totally shook the deck. A torrent of green and white water broke over the ship. A flood of water of the wave gushed into, all over the ship. And it was of which color? Green and white. My head smashed into the wheel. With that forceful gushing of the water, his head got smashed into the wheel. He got hurt, and I was aware of flying overboard. And then he flew off the ship, from the ship into the water, out of the ship, and sinking below the waves. And he felt he was sinking below the waves. He started sinking below the waves. I accepted my approaching death, and as I was losing consciousness, I felt quite peaceful. and he felt like he would die, and he accepted his death also, because the impact of the wave was so huge that he thought that he might die. And by the time when he was sinking, he was losing his consciousness, so he was feeling peaceful also. Unexpectedly, my head popped out of the water. He had thought that he would die, but he came out of the water. A few meters away, Wave Walker was near capsizing. He could see that Wave Walker was almost, getting overturned. Her masts, that means the poles which hold the sails, almost horizontal. That means they were almost parallel to the surface of the water of the ocean. Then a wave hurled her upright. Then a wave came and it hurled her upright. That means again it came into its normal position. My lifeline jerked taut, and his lifeline also became taut, means got stretched, pulled tight. Then a wave hurled her upright. I grabbed the guardrails and sailed through the air into Wave Walker's main boom. So somehow he grabbed the guardrails, and then he climbed over the main boom, and onto the deck of the ship. Subsequent waves tossed me around the deck like a rag doll. Still the waves were gushing in, and so forceful they were that they tossed him around, on the deck like a rag doll. That means he could not do anything to prevent himself from getting hurled by the waves. So he was tumbling here and there. My left ribs cracked, and because of that, he got badly hurt. My left ribs cracked, my mouth filled with blood, and broken teeth. Somehow I found the wheel. Somehow he could find the wheel, lined up the stern for the next wave, and hung on. His mind was active. He quickly took the step, and he lined the stern ready for the next wave, and he waited for it.